you've got to give him a goal for that one. That's for sure. Just see, it's millimeters away. And you can see the expression. His toe didn't hit the stumps. The ball could have hit the stumps. Just millimeters away. He's destined for big things and Sammy. Oh, that's good. He's giving the high five. How did you manage?
Appeal there from Big A, but umpire DJ Raghavan decides that he's not even going to ask for the third umpire.
Bowls well to Mrs. Doshi, but just when he's fielding, he allows things to happen. Took his time getting rid of the ball.
Chance in the outfield, spilt. Gibbs is definitely tiring, and that's a big let-off. Robin Singh in the outfield.
Well, it's a bit of a baptism of fire for the Saurav Ganguly captaincy. Things haven't gone well. The batsmen have really dominated. The fielders have let him down time and again. Well, again, it continues. Tendulkar was very quick on that one. Throw a little wave in the Pepsi Cup. It's 200 for no wicket. Gary Kirsten facing Rahul Dravid.
Well, that's well fielded, very well fielded. The ball not carrying to the bowler, but he did well to get across. Full stretch. Oh, and that's beaten the fieldsman. That might well go for 4. Gives you some idea of how fast this outfield is and how well timed it was. Kirsten again. Hitting that one just wide of the extra cover fieldsman. Ganguly couldn't get to it.
I just got the feeling that the Indian captain there reacted a little late. This was beautifully timed by Kirsten. He's just stroked it to the offside.
Down the ground he goes. That's very well played. Gary Kirsten has made his 9th one-day international century. He's 3rd against India. He's 2nd in India. That is very well played, Gary Kirsten.
He's in the wars a bit at the moment, but he's not giving up. Catch and taken on this occasion. So Gary Kirsten is gone. Well taken there by Ajay Jadeja at point. So the 2 century makers are now gone for South Africa.
And this is good bowling from Rahul Dravid. Not an experienced bowler in one-day cricket. He's taken all the pace off it and has just dropped a little short of where Gary Kirsten wanted to be. He gave himself a bit of room to swat it away, and it's just bounced a little bit, and that's a good catch. So Dravid strikes, and the 2nd century maker is on his way. Gary Kirsten out for 115, 249 for 2.
Lance Klusener comes to the crease. This crowd, I must say, a very fair one. They have their favourites, and they're not just Indian players. Lance Klusener got a tremendous reception coming in following the dismissal of Gary Kirsten.
Yes, looking for some boundaries, Gary Kirsten. Not quite to the pitch. He did try to hit it square and didn't get it in the middle of the bat.
He's got a wicket. So he's got 2 wickets in the 1 over. Now he can really boast that he got Lance Klusener for North.
And that's well bowled. Different line. He's bowled much straighter to Lance Klusener. No room to swing the arm. Hadn't settled in at all, Klusener. Not really used to the pace. And there was not much pace on it. And I think that's what's been very good from Rahul Dravid's point of view. He's prepared to throw it up. Try and do a little bit of turn, Klusener. Not to the pitch of the delivery. Played a little bit too early and a neat caught and bowled. So what a change. 2 wickets in the 1 over. Lance Klusener is out for naught. 249 for 3.
2 wickets here from Dravid. This is the first one. This one pitched around about middle stump, straight back. He caught and bowled that one, no trouble at all.
Oh my goodness. He came in, looked as if he was going to get there, rolling holder, then seemed to check himself before the ball dropped to the turf. Might have dived forward.
Did seem as if there was an opportunity here. A good bouncer from Ian Bishop. Roland Huller came charging in and then at the last moment just hesitated. Thought perhaps if he had dived at the ball he would have had a chance.
That's a good response. It really wasn't a very good ball from Bishop by any means, but nevertheless he'd been shaken up by that bouncer, Dravid, and in short, he's in position quickly.
Not as venomous a delivery as the one previously. This one not bouncing as high or coming at him as quickly. It's a good shot. Getting on top of it and hitting it pretty quickly down into the ground.
Oh, that is beautifully played. Really acrobatically, gymnastically by Rahul Dravid. In the end.
It's a fifth-day pitch, uncertain bounce. Now, not what he expected. Look how the ball dies on him. Went so very close to his shoulder. This is what really puts your mind in a dilemma. You never know whether that ball is going to bounce or not. There was one that went high over his head. The next one just doesn't get up. Where do you go from here?
Shot. And it just eludes Steve Harmison, and it's gone for 4, and it is 50 for Rahul Dravid. Nice way to bring it up. Been tested, and he certainly has responded. Well played, Rahul Dravid. It's 125 for 2.
That's hurt. It's him in the middle of the chest. Solar plexus, I think, right in the middle of the chest. Let's have a look. Painful.
Very, very. If it's right there, it seems like it. Before this, anytime he was hit on the body, he was looking for a run, but not when you get hit there, what you call the solar plexus.
Clubbed all the way. 6. It's a nice way to bring your 50 up. Not something you associate with Rahul Dravid. 51 not out.
This is right in the slot. Another valuable 50 by Dravid.
And this is clubbed away, and that's 4 more. Well, Dravid. He started it, Mohamed K. He's giving Rahul Dravid the strike now.
You can't find too many faults with the bowler. He tried the Yorker, was carted over mid-wicket for a 6. But this time the length is shorter. It's just good cricket from Dravid.
In the air. Oh, and it's over the top of Ganga again. Oh, Morton, I'm sorry. Correction there, 2 more. What a spell this is from the youngster.
He's bowling so well, even the wall is shaken up a bit. Feet off the ground, fending, and just eluding the man to knock him out in the fielder.
The Taylor wants to rough up Dravid here. Let's try out a few bounces. They've tried everything else. Well, that's the shot of the match. Enough's enough, said the skipper. Bowl short to me. I'm going to give you some.
142k is the last delivery. Shook up Rahul Dravid with the bouncer earlier. But this is the temperament that we're talking about. The ability of Dravid, the world knows, but look at the temperament. Just watches the ball till the very end. He knows he's in a good position to hit it, and hitting it in front of the square. It's always going to be a very good shot indeed.
And again, another boundary, and Dravid says enough's enough. That ends the over. 13 runs from it, 91 for 5. And again, the hook shot again.
That's a nasty delivery. Oh, that's just spat back at him. That's what a message would that send in the dressing room.
Oh, eased away by Dravid. And that is a fine way to get off the mark.
Well, that's hit him in the lid. Right on the grill, I think, this time. The side of the head, yeah, you can see that. Again, it just hasn't got up, so not a bad ploy from Hamish Bennett. Well, Dravid will take his time here.
He got hit similarly in Bangladesh. Shahadat Hussain hit him, and that took him out of the game for a bit. Very similar. It cut back in and took Dravid by surprise. This one not bouncing. And the helmet he was wearing earlier, that the grill really snapped. So it comes back a long way, much more than he expected. Didn't bounce as much as he thought it would have. Takes his eyes off it. Smack on the grill.
Is not really exploiting much at all apart from the boundary.
And that's the option mentioned earlier. The pull shot will come out. When you get hit and the ball isn't bouncing, and when you have that shot in your armory, it's a much better